In 2023, Nimona released on Netflix after 8 years of production hell. Given the movie's themes of acceptance, questioning authority, and big gay, it's hard not to see why Disney would can Blue Sky Studios for creating such wrongthink. Like me, personally, I hate when people are accepted for who they are instead of forced into hiding by a corrupt dominant power structure. Unfortunately, for any Sigma males in the audience, Annapurna Pictures and Netflix gave Nimona one more chance, picking up where Blue Sky left off. Historians would go on to consider this based and awesome. The story of Nimona follows Ballister, a knight driven into hiding after being framed for killing the Queen of the Realm. He is sought out by Nimona, a shapeshifting Nada girl who has also been unjustly vilified by society. Together, they work to clear Ballister's name and grow to love each other in the process. As they attempt to absolve Ballister, they find out that, spoilers, the director of the Institute framed Ballister and killed the Queen. This is done through subtle cues in the film.
I framed Ballister. I killed the Queen.
The heroes upload the confession to social media and celebrate their victory in a dance montage. Quickly, the director doubles down, putting Nimona on blast.
That was the monster, working with the real Queen Killer, Ballister. They are trying to trick you. It could be anyone. Your spouse, your child, your best friend, the person sitting next to you. None of us are safe, so long as the villain and that monster are still out there.
At this point, even Ballister turns on Nimona. It's hard to blame Ballister for turning on her here. I mean, as the great philosopher Garfield points out, you are not immune to propaganda. As the movie draws to a close, Ballister apologizes to Nimona for turning on her, and shows her love instead of the hatred that she's received all her life. It's truly a touching tale, and demonstrates how no good can come from blind hatred, and acceptance will always triumph. Now, Nimona isn't just about truth, love, and big whale. It's also a story about propaganda. Noam Chomsky wrote a whole book about propaganda called Manufacturing Consent. Despite what my fiancé is screaming at my computer right now,
He fucking sucks.
Noam Chomsky is generally pretty cool.
No, he's not.
Chomsky asserts that mass media uses propaganda to convince the public of something that, at the end of the day, they really don't even know they don't agree with.
What does universal grammar even mean? No!
Luckily for you, Chomsky broke down the propaganda model into an internet-friendly numbered list. Despite what the lamestream media might have told you, most media isn't actually made by French artistes smoking French cigarette and eating French fries. It's actually made by money-wanting dickhead. Corporations might tell you that they care about morality or values, but at the end of the day, it's all just clever scheming to amass the most capital. And those who have amassed the most capital are able to make even more media in order to amass even more capital. The Institute is very obviously the dominant power structure. They have lots of money to buy big buildings and lots of weapons. They're the de facto military and police and government? When the Queen dies, they don't even skip a beat in taking over. They've literally built walls around the city with giant laser turrets on them. They do all this on the backs of the propaganda that keeps them in power. In our world, though, most of the income of mass media relies on advertisement. Putting a BetterHelp sponsorship into your 5-hour video essay on Wizards of Waverly Place can be a great way to profit off your hard work. We see ads during commercial breaks in live TV, if you still watch that sort of thing, as trailers in theaters, and even in YouTube videos. Because of this, the Pringles man has more say in what gets into Cocomelon than Moonbug Entertainment. That's the guys who make Cocomelon, for those of you with a fully developed frontal cortex. Is it frontal or prefrontal?
Who cares?
Right! The point is, the Pringles man hates the gays. That's why there's no gay dads in Cocomelon. In Nimona, we see an ad for a breakfast cereal which displays the slaying of a monster in order to sell a product. Look here, as defeated Nimona laments over this manipulation.
Kids. Little kids. They grow up believing that they can be a hero if they drive a sword into the heart of anything different. And I'm the monster?
This is sad. Like you. Big thank you to our sponsor for this video, Better. Sourcing news and truth is sadly also at the whims of capitalism. When the government can subsidize certain news outlets so that they only report on news that they approve of, it makes it nigh impossible for others to compete. Worse, when the news becomes inconvenient, it's easy to sweep it under the big funny rug your mom won't let you play race cars on. In Nimona, we see this when a real video is posted of the director confessing to framing Ballister, that is swiftly called fake news and then twisted into an attack on Nimona.
None of us are safe.
This brings us to our next point, flack. Flack, also called pushback, can bigly affect what gets shown in mass media. If a company releases something people don't like, they may get canceled on X the Everything app and have to do a sing-along apology video. This would be devastating to the share price. This, coupled with the use of official sources, causes truth to be a commodity that real-world advertisers don't waste their money on. True is less important than popular. When the director gets canceled, we see the city finally fighting back against her. There's protests, newsreels, and even the Knights try to arrest her. They were all perfectly happy to go along with her schemes, right up until all her Twitter notifications caused her to set her account to private. So, this might feel like it's out of left field. But when Herman and Chomsky published Manufacturing Consent, communism was the common enemy in the US. No one wanted to be a stinky communist, so mobilizing a fear of communism as a means to fight against things that legislators didn't like was an easy marketing tactic. In Nimona, we have stinky monsters instead of stinky communists, but the result is the same. Monster is basically a slur used to drum up fear in military budgets. People fear monsters and don't want anything to do with them. You know, looking at it through these editorial distorting filters, it's no wonder that Nimona had so much trouble getting finished. I mean, it's a movie about all the things our dominant power structure wouldn't want people thinking about too hard. There's this beautiful scene where Ballister actually takes time to understand what Nimona is, and it screams gender in a way that's way too woke for Disney. Meanwhile, the constant dismantling of the neo-lib few bad apples argument is just awesome. Like when Nimona calls Ballister brainwashed when he won't admit that the Institute is the problem. It's so good. There's one part that I just can't stop thinking about. When Nimona and Ballister upload the video of the director admitting to framing him, the song Gold Gun Girls plays over the montage of the video getting to the public. Now the lyrics of Gold Gun Girls repeat the line, "Is it ever gonna be enough?"
I framed Ballister. I killed the Queen.
Sure enough, in the next scene, we find that it wasn't. Next thing you know, director is sowing that manipulation.
That was the monster.
What's more, she turns the people against each other with the hatred that she spouts. This is the heart of the propaganda model. Unfortunately for Nimona, no matter how hard she tries to plead to the kingdom, it's never going to be enough.
Because once everyone sees you as a villain, that's what you are. They only see you one way, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, this is a bit of a downer ending to this essay, but I can't change the truth. The rich get richer, and the powers that be will stay in power, and those of us who dare to be different will be cast aside by polite society forever. Unless... Listen, at the end of the movie, Ballister accepts Nimona. He says, "I see you, Nimona," and that's all it took for her to feel loved. He changed, he did. All it took was him taking time to understand Nimona, to love her the way that she deserved to be loved. Love is the force that can defeat the hatred. Maybe it isn't about how much fear is lobbied against us, but how much love we can use to combat it. Or maybe not. I don't know, I'm just a cartoon.